Hi everyone, welcome to another book talk here at 8Letters Bookstore Publishing. I'm Cindy, your host, and also your creative director. And today we're going to talk about the book Afterglow. This is a poetry book written by Solene. It's a journey through longing, passion, heartbreak, and healing, a quiet burning, a soft scream, and a slow return to light. For anyone who has ever needed to know what's left behind the fire can still glow. So we'll talk to Sulan today. She writes from the ruins and what there's to bloom in them. Afterglow is her first collection, a quiet offering of fire, ash, and everything left glowing in between. Her words are for anyone who has ever burned and wonder if they could be whole again. Ayon. Hi, Sulan. Good afternoon. How are
Hi, good
you?
afternoon. I'm good, Cindy. Super excited for today.
Ayun. So today, I'll dive right into the questions now we prepared for you. Your book is very interesting because when I saw the cover, there's this fire, bonfire. I'm interested. What are the themes explored in your book? Can you share what inspired you to write about these emotions and how you believe they resonate with the readers?
Okay, so thank you so much, Cindy, for that question. No? So this is my book. It's called Afterglow. Yan. So if you will see there, like what Cindy mentioned, there is an fire emblem here in the woman. So this book, Afterglow, Poetry of Fire, it's really about love, heartbreak, longing, and the healing that comes after. So what inspired me to write about this book is also my experiences from way before, and the healing that comes after, right now that I'm quite at the age where I'm already 37 years old. So parang I feel like I'm in that kind of healing stage right now. So there.
And I can see, the cover, the imagery of fire and healing. So, how do these symbols reflect your own experiences of healing and transformation? Kasi usually yung iba, they use other symbols, for example, like flowers or like something else, but you've chosen fire. So, is there any reason for that?
Okay. So actually, you're right. I chose fire to be like the symbol that anchors the poetry that is here in my book. And I think I said that fire, the process of the start to the end of the fire, it reflects or mirrors love and life also. So what do I mean by that? Um, Okay. So I separated or created sections in my book that mimics that kind of process. So not sure if you will be able to see it, pero yan siya. Okay. So there's first flame, which is about, the first spark of love, and then all that burns, which is that portion, the passionate portion of love, and then ashes to ashes, which is about heartbreak, hollow, which is about, the sadness and depression after heartbreak, and then afterglow, which is the healing um, section already. So to me, yung process or the stages of fire reflects, life and love and heartbreak and healing that comes after. That's why I created that kind of structure because I wanted my book not just to be a collection of poetry, but also like a narrative arc or like a story that unfolds when you read it. So, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. So let's step out from the book naman and let's talk about you as a writer. Have you always wanted to be an author? And also, siguro, you mentioned, bakit mo why you thought about writing a book. But also, maybe we can also share with our audience right now what was your writing process like for Afterglow. Naisip mo ba, isulat ko nga to. Siguro, kasi like you can easily just write all your thoughts. Pero why did you also decide na, ilabas natin to, let's get this out to the world? And and also, on top of those question, baka pwede rin i-share mo yung rituals or yung environment that was right for you or that help you tap into these emotions or to convey them into your poetry?
Okay. Sige. So that's a long question, but I'll try to answer that. No. So, did I always want to be a writer? When I was younger, I'm 37 years old, as mentioned earlier. No, when I was younger, like when I was in school up to college, I used to write talaga. I wrote poems, essays, yung mga ganyan, no? But then when I became an adult na talaga, like I started working, medyo nag-stop ako writing. But at the back of my mind, I had that bucket list of, I wanted to write a book and then publish it, right? So yun yung one of the things in my bucket list. And this year, starting I believe February, um, when I was flipping through my photo albums on my phone, I saw an album of my poetry from before. So when I checked them, the album, the photos there, parang I said, "Uy, my poems still make sense up to now that I'm at this age. Even if nung I wrote them, some of them when I was still in like 20s, 'di ba? So medyo matagal na 'yon. But still, it still resonated with me. So I tried to create actually an Instagram account, which is Solene Writes, which now has like more than 3,000 followers. And then I realized that people resonate with what I wrote, with the poetry that I wrote, and then they actually comment and then send like some of their emotions um, and comment to me, and then parang nag-write sila ng own experiences nila with me. So through DMs, di ba? And I thought to myself, maybe my words deserve to be out there so that people will have like a companion and feel like, hey, I'm not alone. Di ba? So that's really the reason why I chose or opted to publish the book. So that's why etong book na to, uh, it's just actually from the vault. But then I decided to parang let it out of the vault because I wanted people to read it. I wanted people to know that, hey, someone understands you. Even if you're in the thick of it now or in the mess of all of it now, someone understands you. And this book is like, a testament to that. So, yon. And then, yung other question mo on rituals, no? Actually, wala naman ako rituals. I do have a day job, so of course I will do my all my creative work after my day job. So during parang weekends or during mga gabi or after office, that's when I actually do my creative work. And yeah, so I write better when it's night. I don't know why, maybe because um ano ba, mas tahimik and parang walang distractions masyado outside. So, I write better at night. Um, yun. So, night and weekends ako mas nagsusulat.
Well, my comments muna doon sa kaninang sagot mo. I would say that's quite an achievement. You've thought about putting your words in social media and having 3,000 followers, and now finally having a book. It's like, coming full circle. And
Yeah.
once again, congratulations. And to our viewers right now, um, the moment you see this video, please make sure to get a copy. You can find it on our website, on Shopee, Lazada, and also on Amazon. Yeah, please make sure to get your copy. And of course, I believe they can also order from you, Solen. If you want to get a signed copy, yeah, make sure to get a copy from Solen herself. Okay, so that's very interesting. Quick question: Are you more of a coffee or a tea person?
Coffee, definitely coffee.
Ayun, yun. Pero sa gabi ka umiinom or or
Anytime.
anytime?
Actually,
Okay.
parang no effect na yung coffee sa akin, pero I like, wala. Lagi talaga ako
Okay.
nagkakape. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Ayan. Um, so sana baka may mag-sponsor sa atin ng coffee, yung matapang-tapang para sa mga
Sana.
writers. Oo, ayan. Um,
Right.
now, we've come to the like exciting part then. Pero I'll read my question first. So the title Afterglow suggests a transition from darkness to light. How do you balance these themes in your poetry? And importante yung balance. And what message do you want to convey about the journey through difficult times?
Okay. So that's a very good question because actually, when I was writing the book, I mentioned previously, that some of the poetry or the poems here are from when I was younger pa. And then, of course, nung come February of this year, when I was, forming this book already, I saw the book when I was reading the first edition or the manuscript of it. Parang I thought to myself when I was parang embracing what it would be to be a reader of the book, I felt like, oh my God, ang heavy niya. Like, because, heartbreak, writing and reading about heartbreak is not easy. Ba? Syempre, masakit yon. So, that's the reason that I parang created or like put a section here about letters. So it's not just poetry or the poems themselves, but I also created parang to you letters. So to the reader, parang ganon. To the reader, a letter from Solene. It's really because I wanted to have that balance na parang I know masakit or I know painful what you've felt when you were reading uh, this section of the poetry book, especially during the Ashes to Ashes na portion of the book. But then there's a bomb kind of thing, which is yung to you letter to the reader. Kasi it helps validate the feeling of the reader, and it's like alam mo yun, yung parang friend that say, hey, I'm here, diba? So that's what I try to do to balance the sort of parang emotional heaviness of the book. So yun. Ano pa yung other question? Yeah, what's my
Ayun.
message? So the message really is that even if you're experiencing the thick of it or the pain or whatever it is that you're feeling and the stage of life and love that you have right now, someone is here, someone understands you. So don't feel so alone. So I'm here, people are here, your friends are here, your loved ones are here. So Len Writes is also here, so you can always PM or message me on that account, and someone will hear your story. That's the message.
Ayun. Wow. Thank you so much. That's very, very thoughtful of you, Solen. So, perhaps this is also a good time para magkaroon ng patikim yung mga viewers natin, what it's like. Kung hindi pa nila na-visit yung IG mo, hindi pa nila nababasa yung gawa mo, maybe you can choose a poem or an excerpt na pwede nating basahin. Yan.
Okay.
Mhm.
So thank you for that opening, Cindy. No? So I think yung letter na to, this is what I wanted to write for the reader, for the viewers or readers. No. So it says here, to you, basking in the afterglow, a letter from Solene. You thought you wouldn't make it, and yet here you are, not unburnt, just glowing differently now. You've learned to live within the grief, with tenderness in your bones, with grace in your cracks, and with light that no longer needs to be borrowed. This is your afterglow. Not loud, not wild, but yours. And I am in awe. So, there. Ito siya.
What a beautiful poem. Ayan, maikli lang pero it's very on point. There's more of that in the collection. There's a total of ilang pages ba to? About 90
Yeah.
pages. Ayan, so marami-rami tayong pwedeng basahin. So, yan. So, now that Afterglow is out, Solen, um, do you think na meron ka pang hindi na naka-capture na team, may gusto ko pa bang isulat? What's next for Solen?
Okay. So that's ano to me, this is the first, and this will always be special because first parang published piece ko to, no? But as mentioned, it's poetry of fire. I believe in yung mga elements. So parang poetry of fire, and I wanted to create also poetry of water, air, and earth. So next installments would be yung mga three other elements na yon, and possibly ang pinaka next is water, because somehow meron na akong parang ideas about what I would put in the poetry of water collection. So it will still be about life and love. So, kasi life and love is has a lot of facets in it, and then a lot of emotions as well. So we're not done exploring those themes about life and love. So there, that's gonna be my next collection, but that's for the poetry side of it. Actually, Cindy, uh, I don't just write poetry, I
Mm.
also write prose or essays. And in that part, I
Mm.
have a finished manuscript already, which is parang I'm
Ooh.
thinking of, publishing it for next year. So I want the highlight this year to be Afterglow for me, and then next year na yung essays or collection of essays ko. And that one naman explores not the emotion side of it, but about commentaries and um, identity, womanhood, and worth. So that's what I'm exploring on that parang prose part of my creative journey. So there.
That is so exciting, Solen. And, we should give Afterglow the spotlight that it deserves muna for this year. Let it rest and let it reach more audience as it should be. So, saan ka namin pwedeng i-follow? Like, aside from IG, meron ka bang ibang pwedeng follow? Like, where can we follow your journey?
So actually, I'm active on Instagram talaga. So at Solene Writes. So not sure if you can read it, but it's at Solene Writes. So you can just reach me from there. Yun yung main parang account ko for my poetry journey. So yun talaga.
Ayan, so make sure to follow Solen. So I think you can also see that's a background mo, Solen
Yes.
writes. We'll also put
Yes,
that in the
Solene
caption. Ayan. So also, don't forget, right after watching this video, head to Shopee, Lazada, onto our website, 8lettersbooks.com/shop, and also or to Amazon to get a copy of Solen's book, Afterglow. And thank you so much, Solen, for this wonderful conversation with you, talking about your poetry book, Afterglow. It's really, really interesting, how, you thought about, writing these words like from years back, almost a decade, and then now
More
finding
than,
another
actually, more than a
yeah, more than
decade.
yes,
More
exactly
than
more than
that.
a decade, and then finding out like oh, it resonates pala with people. After more than a decade, nagre-resonate pa rin. So it's not just for you; it's for the people around you, the community that you've built with your Instagram following. So once again, thank you so much, Solen. And thank you so much to all who are watching right now. And of course, see you again next time in our next book talk.
Actually,
Yeah.
hi Cindy.
Yes.
Actually, super duper
Mm,
thank you also to Eight
mm.
Letters, to Cindy, and to my partner in this journey, si Jaja. So super duper thank you
Uh-oh.
to you guys at you ladies at Eight Letters, because you guys provide a platform for up and coming authors and those who don't know anything about publishing like me, because I'm not in the publishing world talaga. So I am in corporate. This is my first salvo in this world. So thank you guys for the service that you do for the writer community also in the Philippines. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Solen. And I'm sure there's more to come from you. Yeah, we're very much looking forward to that. Ayan. Thank you. Thank you. Guys,
Thank
get
you.
a copy of Afterglow. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you.